midfield today. Former Real Madrid youth team and B team player. Osasuna without a key defender today. A lot has been made, of course, of all the defenders absent for Real Madrid. This defence getting their first examination at the moment, and Valverde across from right back to provide the defensive cover. It's the 15th different starting back four for Carlo Ancelotti in La Liga this season. 15, Alex, and this is only game 24.
It's insane. It's insane, and it highlights how difficult Carlo Ancelotti's job is, especially managing all the injuries at the back, losing Militao for the whole season, waiting for David Alaba to get back from last year's injury, dealing with Dani Carvajal, who was a pivotal figure last year in the Champions League success, getting out of the season early into the first weeks, and yet Real Madrid are still able to compete thanks to a lot of versatility shown by players like Tchouaméni, who's a central midfielder turned into a center back, but especially Fede Valverde. He's a blessing for any coach.
Here's Luka Modric. Midfield conduit on this latest move for the visitors. Vinny Jr. making his move inside, but then giving it away, presenting a gift to Ruben Garcia. And he has an overlapping run outside it. Areso was flawed and gets the decision.
Fran Garcia is going to be busy today defending not only Ruben Garcia but also Areso. He's a very deep fullback. He loves to move forward and he loves to overlap Ruben Garcia, who's an inverted winger because he's a left-footed player, and he loves to attack inside. So this is a strong side for Osasuna. On the other side, they've got Brian Zaragoza.
For a little flick from the long throw. Lucas Toro trying to provide it. Yeah, you mentioned Brian Zaragoza. He's still working his way back, isn't he, to full match fitness. Just at the bottom of your screen there was number 19. He's the man who's here on loan from Bayern Munich and will be returning to Bayern Munich officially in the summer, unless there's some transfer activity. He was talking about that the other day, not knowing exactly where his future lay. Mbappe, his turn to give it away, and Brian is the recipient. Modric meeting him with a definitive shoulder, and a fair one. Vinny Jr. not going to get the decision there either. Here's Brahim. Outside of the foot jab, and that will produce a corner. Vinny still he wages another game within a game, doesn't he?
Yeah,
it's one with the referee.
And this is the second time that he, instead of trying to keep playing, he just turns into the referee for protesting. That's not good for him.
El Sadar bouncing as Luka Modric delivers a really deep corner. So deep he took his teammates by surprise, I think, and Camavinga across to marshal the situation. Aymar ending up in the advertising hoardings, but no foul. Mbappe. Tight quarters for Real Madrid as they try and avoid some of these challenges. This time they will get the free kick.
I really like the way, Adrian, the way that Real Madrid are managing these opening minutes of the game, especially when you're playing at El Sadar. That is not a penalty. Vinicius is desperate for a contact. There's a slight contact by Moncayola right on the line, but Vinicius is just wishing for it, and that is what kills the decision of the referee. But going back to that, Real Madrid's opening minutes are amazing. They barely allowed Osasuna to play in their own half.
And now it's Modric fighting in the free kick away from Hernando. Still up for grabs, Brahim. couldn't quite get there. I mentioned Osasuna missing Enzo Boyomo, who's been their starting centre-back alongside Catania for most of this season, but Boyomo picked up a yellow card last week in what was also a goal-scoring effort for him. And the draw against Mallorca, so not available today. Now, Mbappe, lovely leave. Let the ball do the work there and got a shot away as a result, but the tight angle. Pressure still being firmly applied by the league leaders as they look to establish their authority on these proceedings. Despite the hostile surroundings here in Pamplona, Real Madrid have dominated the recent meetings with Osasuna. You have to go back to 2011 for the last time Osasuna beat them. 22 games in all competitions. It's quite some run.
This used to be a very difficult stadium for Real Madrid in the 80s and 90s. It's a stunning stat. The manager of Osasuna back then, the last time they defeated Real Madrid, was a former Real Madrid legend, José Antonio Camacho.
Oh, yeah. Nicely back from Valverde to Courtois.
All chances for Osasuna of winning this game go through the flanks. On the right-hand side with the power of Arezzo and the quality of Rubén García, and on the left it's all about Brian Zaragoza. You mentioned him. He's a Bayern Munich player on loan. He is that rare breed of player that was raised in the streets. He's got a lot of tricks, a lot of speed. He's so smart, and he really can create trouble on that left-hand side. I just ask Barcelona. He scored against them playing for Osasuna, but he also scored against them playing for Granada.
Yeah, well, that game against Barcelona, you heard the guys mention it in the pre-game show, that is the reference point for what Osasuna can do here on this season. That 4-2 victory. It's Barcelona's first league defeat of the campaign under Hansi Flick. And Brian Zaragoza was one of the stars of the show that day with a couple of assists. Then he picked up a metatarsal injury in early December and was out for nearly 2 months. His first start back in Osasuna's last game. That was on Monday night, a 1-1 draw against Mallorca. And they got a late equaliser from Boyomo. Real Madrid, let's not forget, despite their success in Manchester, actually gone 2 league games without a win. 1-1 against Atletico Madrid last weekend, and a 1-0 defeat on their last away game against Espanyol. And we saw that game, Alex.
Yep, with that Carlos Romero challenge on Mbappe that became viral.
Yeah.
This is the coordination between the 3 stars of Real Madrid. Modric with the pass, Vinicius just letting the ball roll through his legs, and Mbappe just with the tip of the toe, Sergio Herrera could deflect that ball.
It was such a good run though, wasn't it, from Mbappe, and letting the ball just do the work.
Both teams are playing with a 4-2-3-1, with Vinicius switching from the left to the second striker position and allowing Fran Garcia to provide all the width and depth on the left-hand side. And Osasuna is Aimar Oroz playing behind Ante Budimir, and Brian Zaragoza and Rubén García on the flanks.
Early stages here at El Sadar. Vinny Jr. already very much in the midst of all the action. Both good and questionable. Twas ever thus, wasn't it, with Vinny Jr. Continues to divide opinion. And you can't deny the natural talent which is on show here. And this time he does go down again, but gets on with it. And delivers the cross, which could still result in a shot. In the end it doesn't, but Valverde stretches in to win it back. bewitching combination of talent and attitude, Alex.
Yeah, that makes a difference, because if you've got talent but you don't put your attitude on the pitch, you're going to lose the game. And Real Madrid are displaying character and speed today.
Valverde's delivery, 1-0. Well, it's been coming. A sense of inevitability, and Kylian Mbappe continues his excellent recent form. A clinical finish. And Real Madrid have their reward for all this early dominance, and it's goal number 17 of this La Liga campaign, as Mbappe is nipping at the heels now of Robert Lewandowski.
What a combination, with Jude Bellingham with the tackle, winning that 50-50 ball and allowing Fede Valverde to run into the space on that right-hand side. He is not a right back, but he can play as one of the best in the world. And that assist for Mbappe, the run, overpowering Errando, trying to close down. Excellent combination, speed, power, accuracy by Fede Valverde and Kylian Mbappe, and Real Madrid already got the reward that they deserved.
It has been a comprehensive first quarter of an hour for the defending league champions, and they are well worth their early advantage. They have caught Vicente Moreno's men rather sleepwalking out of the gate. Valverde with an awkward clearance, but Courtois coming to his aid. That's Ante Budimir. You've already mentioned it, Alex. If Osasuna are going to do any damage to Real Madrid's title chances today, he will surely be playing a starring role, the Croatian.
Yeah, indeed, but you need to hit him, and so far he's got 4 touches in the ball in 60 minutes.
Surprised it's even that many, to be honest.
Yeah,
Alex.
No, I had to double check it, honestly. But yeah, he's got 4 touches on the ball, and he's your star striker. But Real Madrid are playing so well today with a lot of energy. Look at how they react, the transition from attacking to defending, and it's Luka Modric, the player that recovers the ball. Playing with this level of commitment takes Real Madrid